days when you visit with Otto this week. He is confident. He has put in tremendous work for this fight. He has been sparring absolute top opposition for a long time, including world champions. He had a fight scheduled this summer. It fell out, so he had extra time to prep. From Sweden, and yes, you'd have to connect the dots perhaps a little too far to get to the great Swedish champ Ingemar Johansson in sizing up Otto. This guy's a little more deliberate, a little more basic, but he says that's what he will lean on, being solid, doing what he does well. Tysonfury with great respect for Mexican fighters and the plight of Mexican Americans. So when he had a chance to headline this tradition-rich date on the boxing calendar, he took on the attitude that, hey, if Canelo can't deliver, let me deliver to these fans. And he wants to celebrate the great culture and great contributions of Mexicans to the fight game. So Mexican Independence Day weekend, here he goes to do that. And as he does it, you will see him pass by some of the greats, like Pepino Cuevas, as he wants to honor him tonight, or Marco Antonio Barrera, as you see his image passing by the lineal champion. You can't talk Barrera without mentioning, of course, the great Eric Morales. Yuri Boy Campus is one of those who he sits and stops by the image by, as the Serape adorns the tricolor and the Gypsy King being an international star. Of course, for so many years, this weekend headlined by the great Mexicans. Marquez being honored by Fury here tonight at T-Mobile. Chavez, years ago, got this tradition started. As the Gypsy King has had a lot of fun dubbing himself as El Rey de los Gitanos. And he is ready to put on a show again.
The way I box and my style, I think it's kryptonite for anybody.
I believe that Tysonfury is the best heavyweight in the world, because no one possesses the skills that Tysonfury has.
TKO victory! He's a showstopper. Always reminding everybody to never forget this is the entertainment business, prize fighting. So just a few months removed from going all in on Rocky's Apollo Creed. Now it's El Grito, the boxing-infused Mexican independence celebration by way of Tysonfury. Well, you look at the production here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mexican cultured floats with the tricolor proudly everywhere, the mariachi band, and wearing a sombrero. As she says, El Rey, the king. A 6'9" Irish traveler gypsy who is honoring everything about the Mexican fight game there is to honor. 5 minutes long. Kisses to the crowd, as only Tysonfury can do it, stepping over the top rope. The 6'9", undefeated lineal heavyweight champion of the world. And opposite him was Otto Wallin, patiently waiting 5 minutes and 12 seconds to fight for the title. So here we go, the heavyweight championship. And here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, in association with Frank Warren's Queensberry Promotions, presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Geico. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the chairman, Anthony Marnell III, our judges at ringside, Tim Cheatham, Eric Cheek, and Don Trella. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the lineal heavyweight championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in attendance, boxing fans joining us around the world on ESPN Plus and across the UK on BT Sport, live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing you first, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner, standing at 6 feet 5.5 inches, presented in association with Salida Promotions, entering the ring wearing black trunks with blue and gold trim. Fighting out of New York City by way of Sundsvall, Sweden, he weighed in at 236 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 1 no contest, with 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, in his second U.S. appearance, here is the WBA European champion and the #4 world ranked heavyweight contender, introducing the undefeated challenger, Otto Wallin. And his opponent across the ring, the defending champion, fighting out of the red corner, standing at 6 feet 9 inches, representing Queensberry Promotions and MTK Global. Wearing white trunks with red and green trim, fighting out of and representing Manchester, England. He weighed in at a ready 254.4 pounds. He also is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 28 wins, no losses, 1 draw, with 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the popular former unified heavyweight world champion, tonight making the 5th defense of his current title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the acclaimed and undefeated, the reigning and defending lineal heavyweight champion of the world, introducing El Rey de los Gitanos, the Gypsy King, Tysonfury. And now introducing our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Tony Weeks.
Okay, here we go. Okay, gentlemen, you both received your instructions in the dressing room. Okay? On the belt line is okay. On the belt line is okay. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. Let's go.
Tysonfury said to us just the other day that my God-given ability is almost unfair. For a guy of my size to be able to move the way I do, it defies reality. We saw that in June, all that incredible movement from him, and then the ability to turn it into offense and dismiss Tom Schwartz quickly. What do you expect we see tonight?
Well, for me, I think Tysonfury needs some rounds. You know, he's only been a round and a half since the Deontay Wilder fight, and I think he's going to take his time tonight and box from the outside, and then eventually step inside and try to take it to Wallin, and probably try to go for the knockout, probably second half of the fight.
Otto Wallin, who has overcome grief this year, is very close to his dad, got him started in the fight game. His father passed away this past spring. Family and friends have made the trip over to Vegas from Sweden. 35 family members in from Sweden to support him, and they were very vocal, sitting up close at the weigh-in yesterday. But these fans, whether it's the UK fans who travel so well and love to come to Fury fight weekends stateside, or the American fans who have taken to the heavyweight champion, they were roaring for him when he made that ring entrance.
I want the fans at home to know that Tyson Fury has a 7-inch reach advantage. That's a big reach advantage going into a heavyweight championship fight.
85 inches of reach from Fury on that 6'9" frame.
I'm talking about the lineal championship.
There's that jab out there. See his ability to probe as well as snap with it. Wow. You see the issues of Wallin trying to close the gap. There he comes with a left hand.
That's the shot right there.
I got you. Let me step
That
back,
Tyson
step back.
Fury has to be
Don't grab the ropes.
very careful.
Well, here's the thing about Fury tonight. After all the pageantry, he's not only got to win tonight, but he's got to look good doing it. He doesn't want to show any vulnerability because the world is watching and Deontay Wilder's watching. For
Grab his head.
his
Stop. I
opponent,
got you. Let me go. Step back.
Otto Wallin, he's got to embody his nickname. He's got to be all in tonight, and all he has to do, and that's a big all, but he just has to win. Tyson Fury has to look good while he tries to win.
Well, there's two ways that Wallin can do this. He can either stay on the outside and try to lure in Tyson Fury and set traps for Tyson Fury and make him pay when he makes mistakes, or he can get inside and work the body and slow down Fury and take that reach advantage away. And that's seemingly what he's doing right now. He wants to get inside.
Come on, hands free, hands free. Stop. I got you. Stop.
I like the fact that Wallin is not a deer in the headlights. He's putting it on the line. He's pressing the issue. He's making Tyson Fury think, and he's making Tyson Fury work. Trust me, Fury's thinking a lot more in this first round than he anticipated.
Let me just put it this way. He's not Tom Schwartz.
Exactly.
No.
So a decent opening round for the challenger, Otto Wallin. Told you his father died unexpectedly this spring. He's dedicated tonight in his career to the man who influenced him.
I got into boxing when I was 15. I started, but I had done some training with my father and brothers when I was a kid. My father used to box and my brother too. My biggest influence in life, of course, my family, my father. I had been in Denmark on a training camp and I was heading home to Sweden. And I stopped at my brother's in Stockholm. And the same day I was gonna head home to Sundsvall and stay with my father. But then in the morning we found out that he had passed away. Very unexpectedly from a heart attack. Yeah, I want to do this for my father, and we were looking forward to this moment together. We both felt that it was gonna happen, and it's too bad it can't be here, but
Fights on. 28 years old, undefeated. He's never taken on a challenge even remotely close to this. Coming here to Vegas to face the wildly skilled, undefeated heavyweight champion, Tyson Fury. Round number 2 here.
See how Wallin, he's under his feet, you know, his legs are good. He's always on balance. Hand placement is great. His hands are up. He's feigning every time he comes in, giving different looks in the front to Tyson Fury.
Well, Ben Davison, the trainer for Tyson Fury, has great respect for what Wallin can offer up tonight. He says he thinks Otto will make Tyson think that he's going to force Tyson to have to find range, and they feel, listen, give a good effort, but also give great prep for Deontay Wilder. Remember, the mega fight, the mega rematch of the 2 undefeated heavyweight champions is set for this winter. It's been widely reported. It is talked about often, and both guys have to get through a fight to reach it. And what an event that will be. The build-up to Fury Wilder 2, if they can get there. Let's check in with Bernardo.
Willie Gamache told me that Otto Wallin is staying calm and he's happy about that. He wants him to continue moving his feet and not stay static in one place. The most important thing is I want him to continue attacking the body because Fury's open.
He would have Much better chance if he's able to do that. Easier said than done, and there comes some danger in closing that gap, as he does there with a left hand.
Good body shot from Wallin.
He's doing a good job. He has a great game plan right now. Everything is going to the chest of Tyson Fury and the body, which will slow down. It will show up. That work will show up later in the fight for Wallin.
Team Wallin kind of let the cat out of the bag in the fighter meeting. They kind of alluded to wanting to go to the body and the chest of Tyson Fury and then try to go to the head as the fight progresses. He's doing that right now.
Executing on that plan. Also showing himself, as you mentioned, Tim, to be mentally composed in this kind of a spot. Tries to turn the tables on Fury now, as he has Fury in that neutral corner. And Fury at range comes off the ropes, sweeping with a wide shot as Fury goes southpaw.
And that wide shot hurt Wallin. He hasn't thrown a punch since. He put his guards up right away. His legs are a little unstable. He's still in recovery mode at the moment.
Doesn't take much when it's coming from that man. One shot can change everything with a punch from Fury.
Here we go.
As a challenger, this is when you really see if you really come here to win, when you get hit. Tyson Fury hadn't really hit Wallin up until this point. He just got hit, so we're going to see what Wallin is made of on the inside.
Intriguing second round as Wallin continued to employ the strategy that works, but Fury had his moment. End of two here in Vegas.
Nice. As the rounds go on, you're going to start landing more of them, yeah?
Fury right now is finally finding his range and tempo. And out of Wallin, what did he do? He pulled straight back. And what did Fury do? He followed him out with a nice looping shot, caught him right on the chin. That buzzed him. Here's the end of the round here. As Wallin tries to step in, lunges forward, and what does Fury does? Timed him with a nice right hand as he was pulling back. Great shot by Tyson Fury.
Yeah? Just keep those faces. Nice, good stuff.
Okay.
Been alright? Patience, patience.
Let's go.
That's the 26-year-old trainer, Ben Davison, one of the rising stars in all of boxing, the trainer of Tyson Fury. There's a certain confidence and maturity Ben Davison has. They have a dynamic relationship. Round number 3 here, heavyweight championship fight. Thrilled you're with us here on ESPN+. Joe Tessitore, Tim Bradley, Andre Ward ringside with you.
Tess, I'm learning that age doesn't define a person at all, any more than race or gender. You know, you can learn a lot from, a younger person. I've learned a lot from my daughter, and she's going to be 15 years old soon.
That is the case with Ben Davison as we've gotten to know him in recent years and marveled at his boxing IQ. Trying to land that right uppercut as Wallin was coming forward that time.
This is the telltale sign that Wallin is here to win, is that every time he gets hit with a hard shot, he comes back with ferocity. He's not laying back. He's not looking for a place to fall. He's trying to get his back. He's trying to get that shot back from Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury is successful tonight, he's going to have to earn it.
You know, that sounds like such a basic concept to put forth, like he's here to win. Like, what else would he be? But in this game, you can break a man's will very, very early, and that's not always the case. But that's why we talked about the confidence of Wallin, that it wasn't just talk. When you sit with this big underdog, it's different, and you know it.
I asked Wallin, I said, do you have what it takes? Do you have what it takes to fight back when you start getting hit and to be on this level and at this stage? And I loved his response. He said, listen, it's just in me. I know it's in me. I love that response from Wallin.
You know, think about a guy from Sweden who's never fought on this stage, and he said to us, he turned to us the other day, and he said, listen, I look at the MGM Grand, and that's where the fight was stationed this week. All the events were over there. He says, they have that giant marquee here on the Vegas Strip, and his face and his name is on it next to Tyson Fury. He goes, it's not surreal. Everybody says, is it surreal? Is it beyond your belief? It's not. It's not for me. That was a sign. But there are levels to this game, skill levels that start to define themselves, and Fury is as skilled as anyone.
He got to choose his spots, though, wisely. You got to know when to fight and when not to. And I'm talking about Otto Wallin, because Fury can be setting traps for him right now, looking to time him on the way in.
Stop, I got you.
Not only can he, I think it's exactly what he wants to do.
That's what he wants.
You
He wants to
mentioned
alarm in.
that he wants to get rounds in, that he wants to get work. laying traps, setting traps, when eventually you have the mega fight rematch with a guy that throws dynamite right hands like Deontay Wilder.
Which you can't take a whole lot of risk with.
As Fury found out. And there's a cut now. There's a cut. We will look at the replay and check as to how that came about. But Tyson Fury has blood streaming down the right side of his face. Just on the corner of the right brow of Fury. You'll see the stream of blood.
Stop. Come on.
Don't keep rubbing it. Relax. Gum shield out.
You take my foot, man.
Right.
That is a bad
Keep
gash.
switched on the boxing nicely. It's a cut, I know. But focus on what you're doing, yeah? Yeah? Okay, forget about the cut for a minute. Don't keep dabbing it. He's going to start coming now. Use that to play onto our advantage, okay? Stick to your boxing. Don't think about rushing it.
Accidental, we're looking at it.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
Keep focused on winning the rounds. Don't try and bang him out. Anything silly, don't panic, okay? Good stuff.
Look at that left hand that landed flush from Otto Wallin. Now we have to find out, Bernardo Osuna will be on this, how the commission saw that. But it is clear as day on our replay that it was a clean left hand that opened up that cut. What does that mean? And what's the difference between a clash and a left hand? If he can't continue and it's caused by a punch, you have a new heavyweight champion. Let's check in with Bernardo. Bernardo, what did you find out?
Bobby Bennett is looking at the replay, and they determined that it was a left punch that caused a cut over the eye. The same replay we were looking at is what they were looking at, and it was clear. As soon as the punch hit him and the glove came off, the cut was open and the blood started to flow.
So a left hand by Otto Wallin opens up that huge gash, and now there has to be a sense of urgency. There's danger because that is a big cut. And if the ringside physician and the ref consult and the referee says this cannot continue, that is a TKO victory for Otto Wallin.
Yes, it is. It's dangerous territory. Right now, I would tell my fighter right now, Tyson Fury, you got to find a way to knock this guy out of here. Get this guy up out of here right now because that cut is really bad. And I don't want them to stop the match.
This is why you can't just look at records. You can't just assume because you've never heard of a fighter that it's a foregone conclusion he's going to get knocked out in a few rounds. You have to always leave room for a fighter believing in himself and having the night of his life on any given night.
Anything can happen when you have big men in the ring. Anything. This division and the history of it is filled with shocking upsets.
This is not a video game. This is a real life sport.
That's right.
And it's not scripted, Joe.
Nope. The real drama inside that chamber of truth. 24 by 24.
Deontay Wilder wasn't watching before. I'm sure somebody's texter called his phone and said, turn this fight on now.
Turn it on now, right? He's cut, and it's a bad cut, and the fight could be stopped.
And Wallin has to target it.
I don't think Fury needs to get out of character and do anything crazy, but he's got to slowly open up his offense and try to start putting the type of punches on Wallin that could either get him out of there or cause, the referee to jump in there, because that's a bad cut and it's getting in his eye. And Tony Weeks is a great referee and he's keeping an eye on that.
Yeah, they have to worry that they don't have an over-anxious ringside physician as well who consults with Tony Weeks and says, I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't want it to continue. The reason why you often see concern with a gash like that is if that thing starts getting towards the bone, that's when a doctor will get in there and say, hey, there's great concern here. Also, if his vision is impaired, where the doctor says, I don't like what I'm seeing, I'm very worried about the condition of the eye.
Because Fury keeps swiping at it. I've been there before and I know what he's going through right now.
Nice shot right there by Otto Wallin. Right to the chest of Tyson Fury.
All right, so we will listen in and see how they manage this cut.
Shield. Good. Taylor, you do his gum shield for me.
You got two fucking cops. Come here, kid. Yeah.
Well, accidental, yeah.
Headbutt, yeah.
Let me work, Tyson. You need to keep this distance.
Have a drink. Jorge, let me talk, Jorge. Jorge, let me speak. When he's backing up, those throwaway shots are working, yeah? Keep the feints and the tempo on him. But when you're inside, when you're inside, chip away at his body, make him work, yeah? Lean on him. Stick to your boxing, he's working nicely, okay? He's walking onto the shots. Just stay calm. No panic, no stress.
This is the first cut that Tysonfury's been dealing with since 2010. Our ace reporter, Bernardo Osuna. Bernardo, I want to bring you into the conversation here because during that exchange with Ben Davison, the trainer, and Tysonfury, the lineal champ, I heard Tysonfury said it was an accidental clash of heads. Does he realize that that was caused from a punch and that he could lose by TKO if it worsens? Does he assume it was from a clash or does he know it's from a punch?
I think Tysonfury is assuming that it was from a clash of heads. Earlier on in that last round, he was yelling at Otto Wallin, cut it out, when he was getting in close with the head. So I believe that he's under the impression that it could be, if it stopped, it would be go to the scorecards, and that would not be the case.
Well, do me a favor. I want you to get with Ben Davison. You find out what that corner knows or doesn't know, and you let us know. Round 5 here, drama in Vegas. Fury and Wallin, the upset-minded, undefeated Swede who came here 20-0, top sparring through the years against Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller and all of the solid top-level heavyweights. He was scheduled to fight this summer. That fell through, so he feels like he had the extra prep. He was ready for this when he got the call. He said, it's my time, I'm confident, and now there's a golden opportunity to hit the jackpot. Let's go back to Bernardo.
Ben, what is the impression of Tyson in terms of the position of the cut, and was it a headbutt or a punch?
Jorge's dealing with the cut. It's been deemed as a headbutt, so the referee's told me. We did make the referee aware of that before.
Actually, it's been deemed a punch. The Nevada State Athletic Commission saw the replay, and they deemed it to be a clean punch. How does that change the outlook?
What's that, sorry?
Here we go.
It's a punch. It was a clean punch due to the replay. How does that change the way you guys look at the situation?
Well, obviously Tyson's got to deal with it. He's got plenty of art, as he's shown before, so hopefully the referee gives him, understands that, and keeps him in the fight. But Tyson's dealing with it okay. He can box, he can see, so don't see why it should be a problem.
He seems to be pawing at it. How distracted is he, and how long till he gets back on track?
There's a little bit. He's on track. Even though he's been cut, he's still winning them rounds.
Thank you very much, Ben.
So you see the confusion because at first the referee did tell the corner, and the referee said it was clash of heads, but then they have replay here in Nevada. So the Nevada State Athletic Commission, led by Bob Denning, they took a look and they said, no, absolutely, clean left hand, and it is a punch.
Well, the commission has to clearly communicate that to Tysonfury's corner.
By the way, look, great job by Bernardo getting right on top of that and getting to Ben Davison. Great work. Final 20 seconds here of round 5. Wallin is not going away at all.
And Fury getting hit with that big looping left hand coming from Otto Wallin.
That's because Fury keeps going to the right, which is right into the range of the best punch of Wallin, which is that overhand left and straight left. He needs to stay on the left side of Wallin and stay away from that left hand.
Stop.
Who thought we'd be dealing with this? End of 5.
Good stuff. Couple of deep breaths. Yeah, can you take it out? Try and get it out of his mouth.
What's that fucking head?
Right. Okay. He's getting in that habit of starting to touch his head like the other fella, yeah? When he touches his head, little feint, see how he reacts first. If it's clear to go, then we go. He's getting in a rhythm, yeah? Hands touch his head, then he goes back to boxing. That's a little reset for him. So when he's resetting with his hands touching his head, feint, take a look, assess it before we commit, yeah? Thick as you are. Let's start putting some more tempo on him now. He'll start to crack.
One more time. This is the left hand that opened up that gash on the right brow of Tyson Fury. And as you got a closer look, as we watched the cut man, Jorge Camatillo, do his thing there, you also notice that there's also a cut on the lid. The brow has a gash. The swelling is on the lid, which now is expanded and has a cut. Round number 6 here in Vegas. Lineal Heavyweight Championship on the line.
To the young fighters at home, this is why you don't play the name game. If you've never heard of a fighter, if his record is less than stellar, you don't take it light in training camp. You treat every fight like it's the toughest fight of your life. So that way, if a guy's not ready, you treat him like he's not ready. And if he is ready, you're ready.
30-1 odds in all the Vegas sports books on Otto Wallin. 30-1.
I think it's the train of Joey Gamache right now that has Wallin in this fight. It's the fundamentals. He's using his jab. He's standing underneath himself.
Joey Gamache, the former world champion, Bernardo's with him.
And they both are really happy about the cut because that really has brought the sense of urgency in Otto Wallin instead of the opposite. And Joey Gamache said, look, I want him to take risks. He's got to win rounds. He's got to be in there and not leave any doubt.
I love that idea of taking risks. You're in a spot like this. You're facing the champ. Take your at-bat.
Stop. I got you.
Tyson Fury is rattled right now. He doesn't like the roughhousing of Otto Wallin, but he's got to figure it out. If you want to be the best fighter in the world, and if you're saying you're the best heavyweight in the world, you have to be able to figure out a guy like Otto Wallin, get through this rough moment, and close the show.
That's right. And you know, Dre, I don't think that Fury took him lightly. He came in 8 pounds lighter.
I don't think he did either.
No, I just think it's a great game plan by Otto Wallin.
Now this is what you worry about if you're the corner of Tyson Fury, the ringside physician.
Still winning the round.
He could advise to stop it.
I can see. Let's go. You can see? Okay, good. Okay.
And you have to keep answering that way. I can see. And now look at him, realizing the urgency as he comes off with the visit from the ringside physician and fires away with a combination. Left uppercut on the inside, trying to smother on the inside, leaning forward, searching for an answer, pounding on the inside, looking to split that guard and smother Wallin.
That's exactly what you have to say, Joe. Just like you mentioned, if you have a bad cut like that, you have to let the referee know, you have to let the doctor know that you can see, because the golden rule is if you say you cannot see, the doctor is gonna stop the fight immediately to protect the fighter. Good job from Tyson Fury by acting like a fighter, even though he's cut.
By the way, the cut has worsened just in the last 20 seconds. It is far worse right now.
And Fury's doing the right thing by staying close to Wallin, so he's not getting hit by those leaping left hands.
Yeah, but he got to be careful of the head. He got to be leery of the head of Otto Wallin, because that head can just, get that.
Did you just see that as Wallin was poking at the cut? He tried to thumb the cut. Wow.
Sit down.
Watch what Wallin does here when they break.
Shay, if you're going to dogfight him, when you change height, step in. Don't change height and stay there for him to keep pitter-patting. Change height, step into him, smother him.
He rakes
Push
the
him, lean on
face
him.
across
Body,
the
chin,
gash
up
of
the middle.
Tyson Fury at the end of the round.
You listening?
Look at this.
Don't change your height and stay there. Change your height and step in. Change your height and step in.
You could make a strong argument for an automatic point deduction just on that alone.
Just on that alone. That was a deliberative foul.
Did Wallin
Absolute
forget that Tony
deliberate
Weeks
foul.
was sitting right there?
That's terrible.
Like you can't do
Remain
that.
aware defensively. Do not switch off.
Let's go.
Too much Vaseline, he said.
Yeah, too much grease. Look at the glob of grease. It would surprise me if Tony Weeks doesn't stop this to have them wipe that down.
Spread the grease out. Come here. Spread it out. No. I'll take it. Shut up. Spread it out. Get spread it. Hey, right here. Close your eye. No coaching. Okay, here we go. Hey, man, let's go.
It's a bad move from Wallin to do what he did in front of Tony Weeks like that, because now he's on Tony Weeks' radar, And Tony Weeks is really going to be keeping an eye on everything that Wallin does moving forward.
Tyson Fury going for the knockout.
You can tell Fury
Desperation.
is hitting the accelerator a little bit here to start this 7th round. He understands the circumstances. He's looking for that right hand behind the jab, isn't he?
Joe and Tim, this is what you have to do. If you want to be the best heavyweight in the world, you have to respond like this.
Yes, sir.
You cannot bow out. You can't have a less than stellar performance because you got a lot of weight on your shoulders, and Tyson Fury has to answer that call.
Stop. Let him up. Watch it. Let him up. No, stop.
I just spoke with Jorge Capetillo, who is the cut man for Tyson Fury. He told me, look, the cut is big, it's getting bigger, and it's dangerous, and it's a dangerous spot, but Tyson can see. Right there when he came out, Tyson Fury took the Vaseline with his glove off of the cut. That's why they brought him back to the corner to put Vaseline on it.
He's done a good job with the cut. Because it's not bleeding at the moment.
And if you're joining us right now, just to remind you of how we arrived at this point, there was a big left hand that Otto Wallin landed in the 3rd round. They used replay. Originally, the cut happened, and the referee, Tony Weeks, thought it was a clash. They used replay to say, no, it was a clean punch, which means if the fight is stopped, there's a new heavyweight champion. It would be 30-1 underdog Otto Wallin. Let's see what Fury can do here in the last half of this 7th round as he is stalking. Wallin has been so game, so determined to stay the course with his plan.
Wallin's going to have to stay concentrated. You know, he's fading a little bit right now.
He's fatigued.
He's fatigued, yeah. And you see Fury coming on strong.
Wallin ties up on the inside instead of working. Earlier in this fight, he would work. He would throw punches.
Wallin's punches have no steam on him right now in this round.
3-punch combination from Fury.
Good body shot from Wallin right there. He
He'll
stuck
come
that one
back
in.
with that body
Nice
shot,
answer.
didn't he? 1-2 from Fury, then he leans down on his back.
Turn around.
Fury has to watch the head of Wallin, especially when he gets close. Wallin's trying to keep that head on that side of where the cut is at, trying to open it up even more.
Of course, when you have southpaw versus orthodox, there's always a tendency for a clash of heads.
Stop.
Look at all that weight leaning down on that top rope.
Big boys making Tony Weeks work tonight.
It's nearly 500 pounds of heavyweight leaning there. Coming to the end of 7. The drama continues here with it all on the line.
Yeah. Sit down, please. No problem.
Tyson Fury stepped it up this last round. Otto Wallin landed a good left. Tyson Fury answered with a right hand of its own. The energy of Tyson Fury was different. Good right hand. Otto Wallin is looking fatigued mentally and physically, and good work from the big man inside. 85-inch reach, not supposed to be throwing body shots like that. Not supposed to be throwing short shots on the inside, but he's doing it, and like I said earlier, I like the fact that he's staying close. He does have to watch the heads,
Yes.
but he's also staying out of range of the left hand of Wallin.
Meanwhile, Wallin and his corner go to the end swell to deal with swelling underneath the left eye. By the way, tremendous look with our 4D cameras here tonight.
Nice answer from Tyson Fury. Saw several different looks of it, but it looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
With those
that
graphics.
4D, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay,
A lot of Vaseline on the eye of Tyson Fury. Surprised that Tony Weeks didn't catch that. He caught it 2 rounds previously, but he didn't catch it right now. It all just fell off.
It just fell off.
68-65 on Dre's scorecard. That scorecard, the threat is that it doesn't even come into play if that cut worsens.
He's fighting off the back foot right now, using a good jab right now. Wallin right now is trying to figure out a way to get close and land something hard over the top. Working that eye right there, Otto Wallin. Nice little short left hooks.
Good body shot from Tyson Fury right there.
Snuck it in there.
Short left to the body.
Just burrowing his way into the chest of Wallin. And now he goes to the body. 2 body shots to the belt line by Tyson Fury.
We saw answers from Wallin early in the fight, the first 3 or 4 rounds. We're not seeing Wallin answer anything that Tyson Fury does at the moment.
There's a 1-2 from the champ.
And it's not a heart thing with Wallin, it's a fatigue thing with Wallin.
Plus you got Fury with that 6'9" frame, just leaning down on you time and time again, just holding that weight against you.
But this is why everybody's not a champion. It's not a 6-round fight, it's a 12-round fight. You have to be able to shoulder up under the pressure and the fatigue and all the different things that happen for the full 12 rounds, not half of the fight.
But Otto Wallin doesn't have that experience. And that was the point of this fight. He doesn't have that experience late in fights against good competition.
Wallin has been 10 rounds one time and 12 rounds one time as well.
Meanwhile, Tyson Fury has been floored deep into the drama fight against Deontay Wilder, arguably the biggest puncher in the sport, and rose up like the Undertaker out of the WWE to go on to a controversial draw.
Nice uppercut attempt right there from Tyson Fury as he stayed low. He came up with a nice, beautiful uppercut.
3-punch combination from Fury.
This is Fury acting like a bigger man. He knows he has a size advantage. He's stepping inside and
using the shot. Right hand reined in. Short left hook comes in. Getting some damage done here at the end of the day.
Absolutely. All that wrestling and tussling and stuff, that takes a lot of energy.
Another right hand from Fury. This has been a strong, punishing round. Something taken out of the lean there in that 8th. Let's listen in.
Shield. Clean up for me. Water. When you're changing your height, you've got to smother, yeah? If you're going to do it. If you're going to dip down, smother, don't sit there. Remain aware, keep those throwaway shots. You're landing some good stuff inside, but keep it going together. Wop. When he puts his hands around his head, volume and variety. Another drop. 4 to go. 4 to go. Make sure it's smooth. Keep your head still. Let him do it. Okay.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Saw in that exchange, Wallin still looking to rake when he can against that cut. See that man right there? That's Jorge Capetillo, the cut man for Tyson Fury. Do you realize how many tens and tens of millions of dollars are in his hands right now to secure that cut, to try to keep the course for the mega event of Fury Wilder? There is CompuBox total punches. You see the numbers there. That's Tyson Fury with the connect advantage.
See, here's the thing with what Tyson Fury is doing right now to Wallin. It's one thing for Wallin to get hit to the head, but Tyson Fury is committing with both hands to the body, and he's finishing to the head. Big difference, and if Wallin doesn't have an answer, he may not be around long because fatigue is set in, but now he's starting to get punished. He's not just getting beat. Wallin has also forgot to hit the body of Tyson Fury, something he did early in the fight.
Which we said, if he could keep up, would pay dividends late. But he stopped making those deposits long ago. And instead, it's been a steady diet of Fury, leaning in, pressuring, right hands. Joey Gamache, the former world champion, is the trainer of Wallin. Bernardo's with him.
Joey, this is a cruel sport. You said target the cut. What does Otto need to do here in this round?
He can take it, hit that cut, bust it open. That jab and overhand left. That's what he's got to do. He's got to hit that cut and break it open. Hit that cut, Otto.
Now, how does he get this 6'9", 250-plus fighter off of him? Because is he getting a little fatigue here?
Well, he looks like he's getting a little fatigued, but he's still punching. You know, he's in there with a big guy, but a big guy that makes himself smaller, so we have to hit over the top. You know, we worked the body early on, but now we're looking to come up top. Come on, Otto, that jab and overhand left.
Thank you. We'll let you get back to work, Joe.
Excellent access with Joey Gamache, the 53-year-old former 130 and 135-pound world champion who suffered when he retired in 2000. It came on the heels of one of the most brutal knockouts you'll ever see from the late Arturo Gatti. That cut has worsened again. It has opened up. Blood is painted down the right side of the face of Tysonfury as he comes in with a right hand. Final minute here of round 9.
That's the difference between being elite, Tess. You know, the conditioning of Tysonfury. You can see it. And you can see the want in Tysonfury. Pushing him back, bullying. Otto Wallin, catching right hands. Ooh, beautiful right hands.
Oh, and he goes to the body. Oh, he's searching for that big right uppercut, wasn't he? Just missed it.
Otto Wallin is telling Tysonfury to come on and give me more. Tysonfury is going to oblige.
Another right hand reins in. Wallin does not want to be in that position. Trying to hang on against Fury.
Tess, it's just a matter of time.
Big uppercut. Closing seconds and Fury's got him in trouble.
That's what the fucking Gypsy thinks about. Oh.
Here's Tysonfury inside right now. Nice short uppercut. What does he see? You see the earmuffs of Otto Wallin? He comes up the middle. Comes around the guards with the hook after.
He's gonna crack. Free to go.
That's IQ. That's ring IQ right there. You see the head of Otto Wallin leaning forward. And here's Fury against the ropes. Coming around the guard once again with the right hook against Otto Wallin. And a straight right hand. A nice shot by Tysonfury. And you see the response coming from Otto Wallin trying to answer.
You know what's an amazing visual that sums up this fight? Look at the front of the chest and the forearms of referee Tony Weeks. Absolutely soaked in blood and sweat. These two big men separating them as the cut drains from that right eye. Here comes Fury. A powerful attack to open the 10th round. Look at Tysonfury all over Wallin, smothering him, battering him with a series of rights and lefts, and then coming in like an offensive lineman, head down into the chest of Wallin. Big right hand at range. Blood is everywhere ringside. With every punch thrown, we have blood splatter right on us. Right hand comes in against Wallin.
Fury broke the spirit of Otto Wallin. Broke the spirit. Going down to the body. He's in them with heavy shots right now on the ropes.
Left uppercut reined in. Wallin looks to tie up again. His face is swollen. He has blood from his nose. He has been gained, but right now he's outclassed, outsized, and he's taken.
Otto Wallin is taking heavy punishment right now from the lineal champion of the world, Tysonfury.
Fury is dominating. Can he finish? Oh, good body shot came in.
All set up by the body shot.
Hard, thick right hand to the body. And then he strays low a little bit. Right uppercut on the inside. Fury tries to get some separation. The champ looks for a right uppercut again.
We talked about this in our first fight. Sometimes it's about a feeling. This isn't a game plan. Tysonfury feels like doing this to Otto Wallin, so he's doing it, and Wallin just doesn't have any answers.
He's exhausted, Dre.
He's been exhausted the last 4 rounds.
He's exhausted. He's fighting on fumes right now. He's still fighting back in spots. He's trying.
But Otto Wallin should have recovered. It's one thing to have 1 round off, maybe 2. But if you're going to fight at this level, you got to be able to recover and snap back. He hasn't recovered since that 3rd or 4th round.
It was all the body shots that Tysonfury.
There have been some thunderous right hands that have backed up Wallin into the ropes in this round.
That's what sapped all the energy and the power from Otto Wallin.
Wallin is not effective right now, but I'll give him credit for being tough.
And isn't it appropriate on a night with all the celebration for Mexican Independence Day, on this traditional boxing weekend in Vegas that have seen so many tough Mexican warriors who have fought fights that included bad gashes, bloody messes, going to the body, having to dig deep, that Tyson Fury gets a Mexican-style fight.
Blood,
isn't it appropriate?
Well, he told us in the fighter meeting, Joe, this is what he wanted, so he got what he asked for.
He needs these rounds, bro. Tyson Fury, I'm talking about that. He needs these rounds.
Wallin got through this 10th somehow. Let's show you in real speed the action early in that last round when Fury did his thing.
See, Tyson Fury, this is a real thing. This is an attitude. This is a feeling. He just letting his shots go. He has no respect for Otto Wallin at the moment. He definitely wants to make him pay for cutting him earlier in the fight. He feels like Otto Wallin has been dirty, and he just wants to let him know what time it is. He wants to let him know that, listen, all the talk about me being the best heavyweight in the world, the lineal champion, it's real. And Otto Wallin is feeling the wrath of Tyson Fury right now.
Looking super mode here
Nice
with the uppercut.
85-inch reach.
Short punches like that.
Throwing short uppercuts like that. You gotta respect it.
Two to go.
Championship rounds for the Gypsy King, or as he wants everybody to call him this week, El Rey de los Gitanos. The skillful technician who's acting like a tough, grizzled veteran that he is. Second fight of his $100 million deal with Top Rank to fight on ESPN platforms. And, of course, the widely reported rematch, the mega event with Deontay Wilder. It stands in the balance for both men. As we said, anything can happen in heavyweight boxing. And they both need to pass a test to get back to each other. Bernardo, what's the latest coming from the corner of Wallin?
Very honest Joey Gamache. I asked him, how's he feeling, and are you taking a close look at him? He said, I am taking a close look at him. I don't want him to take too much punishment.
Well, he took a lot of punishment in that last round. There's no doubt about it. There have been 101 power punches landed by Fury. He has outlanded him in total punches 150 to 98. And Dre's scorecard goes 98-92. Rounds 6 through 10 have been dominated by Fury, as Wallin has been hurt in the last 2 rounds.
But Tyson Fury let off the body of Otto Wallin. He needs to go down to the body. That's exactly how he broke him down. Nice shot right there, but he's hand hunting right now. If he goes down to the body, the head's going to be open.
It's kind of hard not to head hunt when you hit everything you throw. Tyson Fury is throwing, and Otto Wallin is catching.
There's some tape loose on the right wrist, that blood-soaked right wrist of Tyson Fury. And if Tony Weeks sees it, we are going to have a stoppage here for him to address it. There you see it there, and there you see more of the leaning. Look at that gash. Look at the right eye of Fury at this point. Oh, he goes to the body well there, as he's just walking him back, driving him down, like pushing a blocking sled, as he paws at the eye again. Final minute here coming up of round number 11. How will Fury close the show?
This is all guts by both of these guys. Mental toughness by both of these guys. Otto Wallin, he's been hit with some big shots, but he's still in there. He's fighting back. He's fighting as hard as he possibly can right now, and so is Tyson Fury.
Listen, we are in a new golden age right now of boxing with the exposure and the investment of the sport, with guys like Bud Crawford at welterweight and Vasily Lomachenko at lightweight, the 2 top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But there's boxing, and then there's heavyweight boxing.
That's right.
And this just feels different.
It sure does. And right now, Tyson Fury feeling real good right now, catching Otto Wallin as Otto Wallin leans in with a nice 2-piece. That's
big left hand to the body. Thudding shot with a short right hand. Another right hand up top. Final seconds of the 11th, and Wallin is hurt again. Tyson has the bad cut. But Wallin's the one who's going to be feeling this punishment for quite some time. He's taking a beating. Let's listen in.
How you doing? Good. All right, listen, man. This is it. This is it. One round. You still do it. Move around, exactly. Move around and pop shot him with that overhand. You hear me? But you can't stay in one place on him. You got to move. You got to move. You got to move on him. Can you move on him? Can you shift? Go to the angles. He's tired. Empty the fucking well. That's right. Empty the well. He's going to go to that body. 12th round. Listen, that should re-inspire you. You're here. Come on, Otto. Move on your feet. You hear me? Move to your right side. When you get pop shot, pop shot. Shift your angle. Shift your angle.
The 12th and final round. What an excellent job by Joey Gamache to prepare his fighter to be in a spot like this. And what an incredible job by cutman Jorge Capetillo for Tysonfury to give the undefeated lineal heavyweight champ the opportunity to continue on and put forth this kind of dominating performance.
And let's not forget about the young trainer, Ben Davison, who's kept his poise. He stayed calm, and he kept Tysonfury calm. So Fury can start to assert himself like he's doing right now.
Fury has dominated the back half of this fight. While having a situation, there's a big left hand trying to hit the jackpot kind of punch from the title challenger.
He hurt Fury.
And he hurt Fury with that shot.
Fury tying up right there.
Can you believe what this heavyweight fight has offered? Wallin all of a sudden has a chance here in the 12th round.
He's hurt, Tess.
30-1 underdog who's been dominated for the last 6 rounds, and all of a sudden he lands one punch and he's back in business.
Stop. No punch. Let him go.
This fight has had everything, absolutely everything. Fury's backing up. A left hand comes in from Otto Wallin.
Tysonfury's got to move in the other direction. He's moving into the left hand of Otto Wallin. That's why he keeps getting caught with it.
And his face is an absolute mess. The gash is streaming blood down the right side of his face as he continues to paw at it.
That's the direction Tysonfury needs to go for the remainder of this fight. And Otto Wallin needs to try to get another big left hand in there before this fight is over.
He's trying to line him up, Trey. He's trying to line him up. Tysonfury better keep that right hand up.
What an incredible, spirited effort from Otto Wallin.
There he is, nice little feint right there. From Wallin.
Stop.
Just looking to land that shot a few more times before this bell rings.
Wallin can't allow himself to be tied up by Tysonfury. He's got to break loose from that clinch and try to get that left hand in there. It's his only shot.
Last half minute. Lineal heavyweight championship on the line. A 20-0 undefeated, little-known Swede who's a 30-1 underdog looking for one last chance against Tysonfury.
Joe Tessitore, is this not the fight that Tysonfury said he wanted in the fight?
He said he wanted a war, a challenge. He got a bloodbath and an incredibly determined challenger. This is when the sport is at its best. Great stuff between Fury and Wallin. A Rocky-esque performance from the Swede, a dominating second half from the champ, a red-painted face on the lineal heavyweight champ, and he fought through it. Both these guys will be having a visit to the hospital tonight. But for now, we celebrate them. We wait to hear from the judges and the post-fight interviews. This was great stuff. Great stuff. You know, I said this earlier this week when somebody was interviewing us about where the sport is. The fans are being served better now than they have in a generation.
Absolutely.
The access, whether it's here on ESPN Plus or our friends at Fox or the folks over on the streaming service, There are better fights. There is more money. There are more fighters willing to take big fights and extend themselves, and the fans aren't sitting back paying too much money to experience it. And it was great here in Vegas tonight.
Well, Tess, this is exactly what Fury needed, especially if he wins this fight tonight, which I think he will. You know, moving forward in the Deontay Wilder fight, because let me tell you, a lot of questions were answered tonight by Tyson Fury.
There's his wife, Paris, and you can see the concern on his wife. That's his brother to the left in the black t-shirt. His wife, Paris, they are a dynamic couple who they think through every part of the business together. She has been the rock in his life as he came back from the struggles of personal issues. He openly talks about his battles with mental illness, with depression, of alcohol and drug abuse. He was up to 400 pounds and out of the sport before he rededicated himself and has climbed the mountain. Let's hear what the judges say. For that, here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Don Trella, scores the bout 116 to 112. Eric Cheek sees it 117 to 111. And Tim Cheatham scores the bout 118 to 110. All three in favor of the winner. And still the undefeated lineal heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tysonfury.
They got it right, but that barely tells the story. A well-earned, unanimous decision win for Tyson Fury, but more drama than you would ever expect. Wallin put forth the game plan early. Then